This is the ultimate guide for Airbnb hosts who are looking to get more bookings. In this video, I'm going to walk you through 9 steps that are guaranteed to increase your bookings. If you stick around till the end of the video, I'm going to show you 3 things that you can do within the next 15 minutes that'll be worth over $500 in bookings. So let's dive right in with step number 1, split testing your listing headline. Your listing headline is crucial for getting guests to actually visit your listing. To do this, use keywords that'll get guests to click and highlight your most desirable amenities. Here is an example: the Maple Lodge log cabin in the woods. Now, this headline does 3 things wrong. Number 1, it doesn't entice guests to click. There's nothing really exciting about the Maple Lodge. Number 2, it doesn't highlight desirable amenities. And number 3, it lacks context. In what woods? Where? Is anything else nearby? Here's a better alternative: 10 minutes from skiing, secluded cabin with hot tub. Now, right off the bat, we're hitting guests with something that they'll love, that it's 10 minutes away from skiing. We're also highlighting a desirable amenity, the hot tub, and we're eliminating guesswork by stating exactly how far the cabin is from an attraction. Next, for step number 2, you'll want to get professional photos. Most people mess this up big time. To start off with, you've got to hire a professional photographer, ideally one who already has experience shooting Airbnbs. Next, give them a detailed list of every single photo that you want. Get them to shoot your place during daylight hours when the sun is out, and make sure they take photos that showcase your listing and also all of the amazing amenities that you have. If you want to take it a step further, you can even stage the property with wine, snacks, coffee, and other stuff as a bonus. Now, here's the secret to really getting great photos: hire a photo editor. You can find them super cheap on websites like Fiverr.com. Have them edit the photos to be bright and colorful. Next, get them to add things in like fire in the fire pit, or bubbles in the hot tub, or Netflix on the TV screen. This will make your photos really pop and ensure that guests fall in love with your listing. Now, for step number 3, you're going to want to arrange your photos in the correct order and add captions. There's a special trick to doing this. First off, though, you want to caption every one of your photos so that they answer any questions that a guest may have, like, is that a smart TV? Or what size bed is that? Then, when it comes to arranging your photos, here's what you want to do to get more bookings. First, start with 5 to 10 photos of the amenities that you know guests love the most. Things like the hot tub, the movie room, or the fire pit. Whatever guests really, really love. Then, starting at the front door of your property, your photos should tour guests through the property. You want to flow from room to room and avoid jumping around a whole bunch. When you're in a room, be sure to show pictures of all the different amenities and not just the room itself. Once you've nailed this, it's now time to move on to step number 4, your listing description. This is where almost every host drops the ball in a big way. What I see most people do is add a great big wall of text that guests are never gonna read. Even worse, some hosts try to add a bunch of house rules in here, and all that does is scare guests away. Instead, try this. Write a short paragraph that helps guests to envision themselves staying at the property. Next, add 1 headline for each room of the house. Under each headline, add bullet points. 1 bullet for each amenity in that room. Now, when guests read your listing description, they can easily find all of the information they need. Although simple, these first 4 steps are highly effective. But if you want to take it even further, these next 4 tips that I'm about to cover are more advanced and even more powerful. And if you stick around until the very end of the video, I'll show you hands down my favorite way to get way more bookings. Okay, now back to step number 5. That's going to be adjusting your prices. Starting with extra fees, make sure that you've got a cleaning fee that's competitive with other listings in your area. If you have extra fees for things like pets or extra guests, get rid of them. They're a pain to track and they're not worth the hassle. Next, you're going to be ready to dial in your nightly rate. To do this, either use a dynamic pricing tool or a tracking spreadsheet. You need to be aware of whether you're overpriced or underpriced so that you can easily make the adjustments you need to. If you want step-by-step training that'll walk you through exactly how to do this, check out B&B Tribe. You'll get easy to follow training on everything that we've covered so far. Plus, you'll join an awesome community of fellow hosts and get over $2,000 in perks as soon as you join. If you want to check it out, it'll be the top link in the description down below. Once you've nailed your pricing, step number 6 is to expand to more OTAs. List your property on either VRBO or Booking.com to start out with to diversify and get more bookings. As a rule of thumb, if your listing is 2 bedrooms or smaller, go with Booking.com. And if your listing is 3 bedrooms or larger, go with VRBO. Now, each platform has its own nuances, so expand one at a time and take your time with this. Next, for step number 7, here's a more advanced strategy that'll pretty much guarantee you an extra 20 to 30% more bookings every single year. It's called email marketing. There is a trick to it though. In just a second, I'm gonna tell you about a tool that I use that's an absolute must-have if you're gonna do email marketing. For email marketing, you're gonna be collecting guest email addresses and sending them emails once every single month. The emails should entice guests to book your place, and they should also highlight events that are happening in the area. You can even automate these emails entirely, so it's really set it and forget it. Now, the tool that I use for this is a tool called StayFi. StayFi hooks up to your existing Wi-Fi and takes guests to a splash page when they try to connect. So instead of inputting a password to connect to the Wi-Fi, guests will now input their email address. This is the exact strategy that hotels, airports, and coffee shops use, and it works. Next up, for step number 8, is setting up a direct booking website. Most channel management softwares, if you use one, give you the ability to do this in just a few clicks. Once it's set up, guests can then book with you directly without going through another platform like Airbnb, VRBO, or Booking.com. That means better rates for your guests because they don't pay the fees to Airbnb, and more money for you because you don't pay either. Make sure that to start with, you only take direct bookings from your past guests though. This will be easy to do now that you've got their emails. Just send them to your website instead of sending them to Airbnb. By doing this, you now don't need to worry about getting bad guests. And that can be a big concern when you're taking direct bookings, not using a platform like Airbnb. Here's a pro tip. If you want more peace of mind on direct bookings, use a tool like GuestTalk to get insurance coverage on your direct bookings that's similar to the coverage Airbnb gives you. And by the way, if you want special discounts on all of the tools that I've mentioned so far in the video, then again, check out BNB Tribe. Inside BNB Tribe, you'll have access to step-by-step training on how to set absolutely all of this stuff up. Plus, you'll get special discounts with over 30 vendors in the Airbnb space, and you'll also get a supportive community of fellow hosts who will help you to succeed and have fun on Airbnb. If you want to check it out and you want to join, again, there'll be a link at the top of the description. Okay, now as promised, this last tip, tip number 10, is my absolute favorite, but there's a bit of a catch. You got to use the right tools to do it. This final step is to get more bookings by upselling your guests and getting them to extend their stay. But the reason I love this approach so much is because of how easy this new tool I found makes it to do this. Doing this the old way was super time consuming, really complicated, and honestly just not worth it. It was just way too much manual work to message every single guest with these kind of offers. But what if I told you that you could offer every single guest to extend their stay in just 15 minutes? And no, I'm not talking 15 minutes per guest. I'm talking 15 minutes one time. Like ever. I recently came across an insane AI tool called Bestie AI. It takes about 15 minutes to set it up, and it's hands down one of the greatest tools ever created for Airbnb hosts, and I do not say that lightly. Its main purpose is for AI guest communication, but that's a whole other topic for another video. If you want to see a detailed video about that, then just like this video and let me know in the comments. But a secondary feature that's super cool about Bestie AI is it can personally message every one of your guests and offer them upsells like early check-ins and extra nights before, during, or after their stay. It'll actually look at your calendar, see what's available, check the prices, and then send a unique offer to your guests. You can even set it up to offer special discounts depending on the situation or the season. It's crazy cool. Again, if you want a special discount on Bestie AI and all the other tools that I mentioned in this video, then check out BNB Tribe. If you want step-by-step walkthroughs to help you set all of this stuff up, that's included in BNB Tribe as well. Joining BNB Tribe costs just $49 a month, And you'll also get instant access to over $2,000 in discounts on awesome Airbnb tools. Plus, we'll show you how to make more money on Airbnb and still have a ton of fun doing it. And to boot, you're also going to join our awesome community of hosts who will help you to succeed and have way more fun on Airbnb. Like I said before, the link to check that out will be at the very top of the description. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.